Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. They just kind of released what is going to be available within the Season 2 Battle Pass, keeping in mind that this can be upgraded and unlocked regardless of what game mode you play, but pretty much everything within this Battle Pass is either going to be for Cold War or Warzone. Obviously, Warzone is kind of that integration where everything is built from that game. Then later on, it's rumored that there's supposed to be a Season 7 around March 10th, which is the anniversary for Warzone, that'll actually release those other 3 weapons that'll be specific to Modern Warfare, but that'll also carry over to Warzone. So this is going to be all the Cold War and Warzone stuff. So if you're a fan of Modern Warfare, you're going to have to wait for more content on that end, with the exception of the odd blueprint here or there. But for most part, everything is geared towards what's going on currently. If you enjoy the video or learned something new, please do me a favor, hit the like button. If you're brand new or just haven't yet subscribed, double check, make sure you are subscribed if you're interested in finding your way back to the channel. So pretty straightforward. They give us the first details, so they kind of give us a snapshot of what's included with it. The new weapons are going to be the same that we've had before. You get it free for all players at tier 15 and tier 30, but again, those are only usable within Cold War or Warzone. The Battle Pass is available in-game store. Nothing's changed there. 1100 for just the Battle Pass, or 2400 for the Battle Pass bundle, which includes 20 tier skips, 25 tier skips for PlayStation players. You get the extra 5 tiers if you get it through PlayStation. And then the trailer, there is a trailer here, which I will link down in the description. It just basically goes through some of these types of things, but a little bit more, dynamic flair, if you want to call it that. So tier 0 is instantly get the Naga skin, which seems like a pretty cool skin. I'm going to probably rock that one instead of the Rose skin, even though the Rose skin's completely broken, until they kind of get a little bit more light in the areas, or kind of change the color tone to make it a little bit more visible, even though their whole thing is like covert ops. I guess you can't really change it too much. And then obviously you could do the operator missions to receive XP rewards, cosmetic items for the profile, legendary skins, which are all listed there, which are obviously be visible within the Battle Pass. Park operator skin and mission, as there's also this Wellington Safari watch, the seasonal XP boost, and then the free weapons, which we've already talked about quite a bit. Will it be meta? We don't know, because none of the Cold War actual rifles have really fit in, other than the FFAR, which is kind of used more as an SMG, but that's also part of it, the whole reason that we have a sniper meta. So unless there's some changes on that front, I don't really see a lot of that changing, unless they have some nerfs. And this thing just comes out super broken. It's laser accurate like a kilo, but does more damage. I don't see this thing becoming the meta, but they might do those types of changes to make it happen. And then obviously within the actual multiplayer and zombies, it'll have completely different stat profile than it does in Warzone, which we've seen for pretty much all of the Cold War weapons. So its description says, boasting an impressive effective damage range and bullet velocity compared to others in the class. So it sounds like they want it to be good, as long as the barrels work. This weapon can pump out reliable fast damage with near unrivaled fire rate. So the fire rate's insane, but we have the FFAR, which is an insane fire rate, so it's saying it's faster than that, but will it be low recoil? All this comes to the power of a heavier package that weighs down the handling speeds and causes some strong recoil. Okay, so it's not going to be laser accurate, but with the right attachments and right operator behind it, its sights, the FARA 83 is far and away a force to be reckoned with in the mid to long range engagement. So maybe it's a high skill weapon. We'll have to kind of see what it actually feels like in game. It might be super easy to use in Cold War, and then obviously in Warzone it's going to be like not usable. The LC-10, which is the tier 31 SMG, if it weren't for its size, the LC-10 could be mistaken for an assault rifle thanks to its well-rounded nature and an effective damage range that stretches beyond that of the typical submachine gun. MAC-10 kind of has that issue. Heralded for its accuracy and reliable fire rate, this SMG comes equipped with a 34 round mag as a standard to give operators a bit of leeway in engaging multiple targets. So I wonder if it's going to have like a 60 round mag, because a lot of times you go 34 and then it'll go to like 45, 55, maybe 60. I don't know. We'll see what the actual, because that's really what determines how good it's going to be. If it only has like, I mean, practically it already has more ammo than the AS Vow, so we're good, right? This comes with the superior handling properties and that a compact SMG provides, with the snappy aim down sight time to fast movement speeds across the board. So this seems like a very good gun. Maybe it's just not going to be very strong and not going to deal a ton of damage. So we'll kind of have to see how that plays. Renegade Adler skin. I wonder if that's that right there. Tier 20, the Coyote does power skin. Tier 70. Damn, that's a big gap, right? 50 tiers. They don't really mention much. The tactical roll finishing move. All right, cool. Some people get excited about finishing moves. I don't do them. I think they're very impractical unless you down the last player, he's self-reviving, you finish him off for the win. I think other than that, it's very impractical. You put yourself in a bad position if you don't do it right. But it is what it is. Then there's some Black Ops 2 mixtapes at tier 44. Rock Pack 2 and Pop Pack at 72 and 94. And things left will be listened to. So those are all just audio stuff. And then there's new weapon blueprints, which people get excited about, even though you pretty much have to change all of the attachments since they don't use what would be considered the meta, the most effective attachments possible. It just doesn't work. Then there's a LMG blueprint at tier 21. It doesn't say which LMG it's for. Weird. First mate, SMG, wooden trim blueprint, 40 round mag. Oh, those are, I don't know what the heck those are for. They don't really say what blueprints. 40 round speed mag, thrown in to give it ammo, making a squad's playing. Weird. And then this one, the Dragon Idol. And this one's a 3-round burst, so we know that's the Cap 45. I wonder if this one, it's kind of weird that they don't just say what weapon it is for. 95 reactive camo. So this is going to be interesting. Some people are going to be really pissed, I would imagine, when it comes to Warzone, because a lot of the Modern Warfare audience that switched to Warzone, obviously they like the traditional stuff where it's not over the top, even though they're going to rock their anime skin. A lot of the time people are rocking that. They don't care. They got all these funky character skins, but sometimes what puts it over the top is these reactive camos, which we saw in Black Ops 4. And pretty much one of the cool things about them is they kind of are multiple camos in one. If you're not familiar with them, pretty much when you equip them, as an operator earns kills, this energy shifts color from blue to orange, eventually to red, signifying how much of a hot hand they have in that match. So obviously in multiplayer, that goes a certain way. In Warzone, it could be a little bit different. In Blackout, they did this very similar. When you do kills, it would go up as well. But you wouldn't need to get like 30 kills to get a rainbow diamond for some of those. So there's different various ones. There's some where they alternated. There's some that were like 7 kills. Some were 20 kills. It just really depended on the specific one. Along with the reactive property, this is the part that kind of sucks in my opinion. It's tied to one specific weapon blueprint. And that is kind of lame in my opinion, because the way they worked before is you could equip them to any weapon. So at least you had a lot of value behind that, and they were tied to whatever weapon you want to use. Because let's say they put this for the Pila, like it's kind of a waste, right? I'm not saying it's for the Pila because it shows the different stuff here. So it's either for the AK-47 or the AK-74U, which those are pretty broken in multiplayer, but in Warzone, they're hardly ever used. AK-74U, maybe. And then once the AK-47 gets its barrels fixed, maybe, but we'll kind of have to see. At level 100, you get the Naga skin, operator and operator missions. So you also have this other LMG blueprint or SMG blueprint, and then you get the 1300 COD points. So you spend 1100 and then you get 1300 back. So essentially you end up 200 plus positive. So if you're not spending those in the store and you continue to save those, essentially that money just continues to revolve and sit around in the store. So that's one of the things I like about the battle pass, that a lot of battle passes work this way. As long as you're not going out of your way to spend your extra currency, you're going to be able to keep that currency as long as you need. So first 2 weeks, Dead Ops Arcade, Soul Reaper, a new melee tool invade the store. So that'll be there. Last year marked the 10th anniversary of Dead Ops Arcade. They got other stuff related to that. This is all multiplayer stuff. Week 2, Maxis rejoins the front line, so you'll probably be able to buy her as an operator bundle with the Z74U reactive SMG blueprint. So another one there. There'll be another reactive. These are all the stuff to buy in the store. I don't promote store stuff, so other than that, it is what it is. So pretty straightforward stuff. I think there's going to be a lot of good content in here. I wish we knew a little bit more about some map changes, POI stuff for Warzone. I know a lot of times when I cover these types of things, people are like, I want more Warzone. This is all Warzone stuff. All these skins, operators, all that stuff is Warzone stuff. Literally everything in this is Warzone and Cold War. It is not Modern Warfare. So that's one of the big issues. I think a lot of people get wrapped up like, well, my game's not supported anymore. They're new to COD. They don't realize that COD like essentially dust their other game to the side in the next year. The only exception going forward is going to be Warzone. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, learned something new. If you did, please do me a favor, hit that like button. If you're brand new, want to find your way back, or just haven't yet subscribed, double check, make sure you are subscribed with notifications on. Appreciate all the support on the content. Thank you for watching as always. Have a great day.